Hi, my name is Dar Dixon. I'm going to stand up here. You guys know this, so I'm going to talk to you, and you probably all know this anyway.
You're going to be fast.
You're going to be very fast, don't worry. Okay, listen, I look like a white guy, but I'm an undercover brother. I was born in Tehran, Iran. My full name is Dar Dixon Bijarchi. Daryush got shortened to Dar. Dixon is what I work under now. No one can say Bijarchi. I've got 3 gay brothers. I've got a father who was born in Iran, who's got brown skin, thick accent, excuse me, highly educated, raised as a Muslim, non-practicing. My mother is a white woman. She was raised in southern Idaho. She practiced Mormonism growing up, but she doesn't practice anymore. Still, those two managed to get together, largely because of the actions of my father-in-law, my wife's father, Ralph David Abernathy, and his best friend, Martin Luther King. So the Reverend, as I call my father-in-law, and Uncle Martin, really made it possible for my parents to get together and for me to even be here, standing here in this forum today. So I take none of this lightly, but I do try to keep it lighthearted. I want to tell you one quick story, okay? America is a dream, it's an experiment. I don't know if everyone really appreciates that. I lived overseas, I was born overseas. I know what a gift this country is. And I think that most of us forget that. This is an ongoing experiment. It's never been happened before. Look at us. Look at the diversity in this room. Look at everyone. Different colors, different races, different genders, right? The rest of the world is looking at us to lead the way. Okay? And we can do that. But we cannot be complacent. Democracy requires us to be vigilant, to participate. And as she just said, where did she go? Right there, my girl. She started using her voice. She started speaking. She started owning herself. And everyone in this room, look, you're here on a Saturday afternoon. They've been sitting here forever. This is Southern California. People come from all over the world this summer to be here at the beach.
Right.
Disneyland, Hollywood. Am I right? Okay. And where are you all? You're in a college. In the LA Trade Technical College, listening to voter justice and some white guy with long hair, right? Okay, let me tell you a real quick story. I'm going to wrap this up. It's worth it, baby. You got to give it to me. Okay, so there was this young boy. He was poor. He was an itinerant worker. His father helped horse ranchers. Okay, so they always would be traveling frequently through the Central California Valley to help the rich white men who had these incredible horse ranches. And he was dirt poor, usually didn't have a ton of money for a haircut, he didn't have clothing, new clothes, he didn't have anything that the other kids had. He usually got made fun of, and he didn't even have lunch most days. But he had a dream. One day his teacher said to him, I want you all to write down your dream. And he said, this is great. This was the process. So he'd been thinking this a long time. He went and he did his paper. And in this paper he wrote that he wanted to have the biggest horse ranch in the entire Central Valley. It was going to be incredible. He even had like blueprints drawn out for it. So he did all this, put it together. He goes to school, he hands it in. Man, he's feeling good about it. The next day he gets his paper back and there's a giant red F on it. He thought, this is an incredible paper. What's going on? What's happening? So it says also to the F, come and see me after class. He goes up to the teacher after class and he says, well, what happened? I thought this was a great paper. She goes, look, let's be serious here. You're poor. You're Mexican. You're never going to have money for this. You know how much land costs? You know how much horses cost? You know how much trainers cost? What are you thinking? Listen, I'll tell you what. If you think about it and go back and redo your paper, I'll give you another grade. Kid's dejected. He goes home and he tells his father what happened. He goes, Dad, what do I do? What do I do? His father says, son, I don't know that I can tell you what to do. There comes a moment in life where you have to make a decision about what you want to do in a situation like this. And by the way, before you make your decision, I want you to think really carefully, because this decision will affect you for the rest of your life. Okay, Dad, that wasn't the answer I was expecting for. I wasn't expecting it. And he goes on his way. Okay, so why do I say this? There is gaslighting happening in this country right now. every single day. The President of the United States is a pathological liar. Okay? The Attorney General of the United States is a bona fide member of the KKK, and he is a pathological liar. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the press secretary, is a liar. I have no fear in saying any of that because it's the truth. Okay? Now, there's been something going around on Facebook recently. It happened to me in school. We were learning about the Diary of Anne Frank and the Holocaust and the internment of homosexuals and Jews and anyone else who didn't fit the then German Hitler-run government. In the middle of this, as we're taking notes and we're seeing the stuff on the screen, the teacher just starts busting into Bobby. What are you doing? Why aren't you taking notes? What's going on? And she just tears them apart. And a few of us tried to say, well, but. And she silenced us and screamed at us and told us to shut up and took Bobby, took him out of the room. She comes back and she looks at us and goes, do you see how easy that was? Don't ever let anyone tell you that what you're seeing with your own eyes isn't happening. And that's what's happening in this country right now. In the movement, the civil rights movement, the women led the charge. Just like this young lady just told me to hurry up, the women led the charge. All right? And the women are going to make this happen here. Not the men. The women will make this happen. All right? This country needs to be supported. The women are going to take this charge. And the other thing is, I want to say, children are also the people sitting around watching. Anytime there's trouble, they say, take the women and children first. Think about that. Why is that? Okay? Why is that? Because they're the most important. Okay? They're the nurturers, the leaders, and they help men get their act together to make the stuff happen. All right, so let me finish up. Last thing. Little guy goes back to school. He comes up to the teacher. He says, listen, you can have this paper and your F. I'm not going to change a thing. I'm keeping my dream. And he said this story in a room full of very rich people in this beautiful house in the horse country. He walks over to the wall, he takes a picture off the wall, and lo and behold, it's the paper with the red F on it in the see me after class. That little boy kept his dream and became the richest, most successful horse rancher in all of the Central Valley.
Thank you. Thank you.